Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 best maps in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, if you guys could, make sure to leave a like on the video as it would help support this new series a lot. And follow me on Twitter, links down in the description. But other than that, let's just get right into the video. Coming in at our number 5 spot, we have Revelations. Now, this is a map I did not expect to put on a list like this. Because if you guys remember back to when this map first came out, it was hated. But I think over time, the community really grew to love this map for just what it is. It's just the pinnacle Black Ops 3 map. Now, the colors are freaking amazing. They're so vibrant. Every single area you visit, there's just different vibrant colors. The whole like ambiance of the map, I think that's what it delivers with the most. It's just this final epic battle between the good and evil. Everything's gone to shit with the Shadow Man. It's just a really, really cool map. And not to mention, there's the giant apothecary beast that's flying through the map. Like, what other map do you see something like this? I think that also the map is really cool because it kind of took of all the community's ideas of wanting a map that like blends all the maps together, and it really incorporated it perfectly. You know, the wonder weapons are great with the apothecary servant, the thunder gun. You got everything. You know, you got the DG2s or DG4s. Sorry, you got the little Arnies. You just got so many different things to work with. And all the maps, they flow together pretty well with Noct in the middle. It's a really cool balance, you know. The only thing that I would like to improve on is maybe the Easter egg, because the Easter egg is kind of long and tedious. It doesn't really work well. But other than that, man, the map it's just a lot of fun, you know. It's just blending all the maps in one. How could you go wrong with something like that? I can already see the pitchforks waving, okay? Coming in at number 4, we have Shadows of Evil. Now, this is a map, in theory, it is probably one of the best maps, mechanically speaking. You know, this is Treyarch's baby. This is the map they probably put the most amount of effort in all of Zombies. But I think that it just falls flat in a few small regards that personally bother me. They may not bother everyone else, but they certainly get to me. So let's first talk about what's good about the map. Firstly, the weapons. You know, the Maristagua or the Apothecary Servant, whatever you want to call it, is an absolutely amazing wonder weapon. It's probably the best wonder weapon we've ever had, and it is just a beast. It's so much fun to, you know, just build. It's just a cool looking wonder weapon. It shoots Gersh devices. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, the Margwa, you know, amazing boss. The Apothecary Sword, absolutely crazy of a super specialist weapon. And you know, the Pack-a-Punch is really cool. The Pack-a-Punch room with the wall running. The Pack-a-Punch camo itself is really sick. Widow's Wine was introduced on this map. It's a really cool, you know, perk. The whole theme that they have, the 1920s theme, is really cool with the bootlegger and all that. Just a really cool theme and atmosphere that they sold for the map. You know, it really all flows together really well with the rifts and how they all connect back into the main junction. It's just a really cool, mechanically speaking map. You can tell that they spent a lot of time designing how the gameplay would all play out. However, some things that I think like can fault the map are that it is kind of annoying when you're trying to set up. Now, what I mean by this is that every single game you do, you have to do these 4 rituals if you want to get Pack-a-Punch. And if you want to do them as early as possible in solo, then you have to just be optimizing your beast modes. And sometimes I don't feel like, you know, optimizing every single beast mode, you know, running around the map with my like 1,000 points trying to open up the exact doors. You know, sometimes I just want to play the map, and if you try to just play the map casually, you open up Pack-a-Punch like way too late, and it's just not that fun. And if you want to open up Pack-a-Punch in co-op, good luck if you're playing with a team of randoms, because no one's going to be using their beast modes right, and you're just going to be sitting there with your one beast mode around not being able to open up shit. So it is kind of annoying for that. But you know, the characters, I like 2 of them. I like Jackie V and I like Nero, but the girl and the boxer are just kind of like forgettable characters. They're kind of annoying. But other than that, man, Shadows of Evil, I cannot fault the map. It's a great map. The beast mode is a really cool innovation to Afterlife. It's just a really sick map, but you know, it just doesn't beat the other ones ahead of it, and it comes in at number 4. Alright, so coming in at number 3, we have Origins. Now, this is very different from the Black Ops 2 Origins. I have different feelings about that map, but this map for Zombies Chronicles, I think just plays a bit differently than it, with the gobblegums, the weapons, the Easter egg changes, and just like the feeling of the map with the zombies and stuff. Just BO3 changes it. So instead of at number 1, we have number 3, Origins. Now, Origins doesn't really need much of a explanation as to why it's a good map. You know, you have the ultimate staffs on it. You have the crazy ass Panzer Soldat, who's just an amazing boss. You have all the little side quests you can do with like the MG08, the whole Thunder Fist with the elemental Thunderfist or whatever. You have the Maxis drone. You have just all these little things you can do on Origins to help improve your experience. And the best part is you don't even need to do any of them. You can just hop in the map and play it casually, just like, you know, just getting a gun from the mystery box, pack-punching, and you can just go on your way from there. You have tons of the alternate ammo types, and you're golden. And the map also on Chronicles visually looks absolutely amazing with the crazy pace especially, but also even just all the little trenches, all little like 115 rocks inside. They really help accelerate how the map looks, and especially the staffs, they look so good on this. They just, like, I don't know what they did with the saturation, but they did really well. And also I find that this map uses colors to really illuminate the ways for players. It uses it like really, really well. The dig sites are an absolutely amazing mechanic. You know, you have the extra perks. You can just do so many things on Origins. It's such a crazy fun map. It's fun to go for high rounds on. The Easter egg is one of the best we've ever had for the speedrunning community. And it's just a really fun map, you know. Origins doesn't really need much of an explanation, but I find that people, you know, tend to not give enough reasons as to why this map is so good. And I'm here to just say that Origins, it just plays beautifully, you know. You start out in this like small little area, and then you just go out, you go into this big, you have this big open area, but then once you get here, you have to face the Panzer, and the giant robots are coming in. It's just such a unique map, and it plays really well from start to end, and each area is utilized perfectly because there's always a box location, Wonder Fizz, or a chest or whatever. There's always something you need to do on Origins. There's always some place you need to go. No area is wasted, and that's what I find is really cool about it. So other than that, man, I'm sure you guys know Origins comes in at number 3. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Gorod Krovi. So really, this and the number 1 spot are really all up to what kind of player you are. So this map is a lot harder, I'd say, than most of the maps on Black Ops 3. It's pretty challenging with the Manglers and just the high rounds in general. You don't really have a lot to work with because the Mark III begins to wear off at around round 50. But even still, the map is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The atmosphere is probably one of the best in BO3. I really like the war-torn city and the dragons with the cutscenes and being able to use the Guard of Fafnir. It's such a cool, really theme to go with is dragons. It's actually awesome, and it really fits Nikolai's whole arc really well. And the Gauntlet of Siegfried is super cool. Probably maybe first or second best specialist weapon we've had in this game, and it's just a really fun map. It all flows really well together in and out of the areas when you're trying to get on Pack-a-Punch with the Groff modules. It really takes a while. Not to mention they brought back the PPSH and a couple other really cool guns as well, like the FFAR, and it's just an awesome map. It's just so much fun, and I like difficulty in zombies, which is why I kind of like this map as well, is because it's not too easy. The Easter egg is pretty hard at times, and the high rounds aren't that easy. My actually only problem with the Easter egg is that the boss fight can kind of be cheesed if you have in plain sight, but other than that, it's honestly an amazing map, an absolutely just amazing map. The shield, like I said, is probably the best shield we've had in zombies. It's absolutely crazy what the Guard of Fafnir can do, and I really like the lockdown sequence. They just really innovated a lot on this map, and I think this is like where the story started to get like super good for Black Ops 3, because the characters are all talking about, you know, how they died. I really like the quotes with Nikolai and Richthofen, and just, yeah, the hype for this map was absolutely crazy, and it absolutely delivered, and it comes in at number 2. There are very few maps that the community universally agrees to be one of the greats, and Eisendrache is one of them. So coming in at our number 1 spot, obviously, how could it be anything else but Eisendrache? So when this map came out, the community, I would say, was in a sort of mixed state with Black Ops 3. You know, people weren't really jiving with Shadows of Evil because of how complicated it was, and we were kind of just, you know, sort of in that Black Ops 2 mindset with like how it was. But Eisendrache took Jason Blundell's map formula and perfected it pretty much. So, you know, the bows, where do we even start? Yeah, right, like the bows, for example, they are the best way I think that Treyarch has ever done elemental wonder weapons. They're not too hard to build. However, you know, you're going to need to put in a bit of work if you want to get a weapon that's going to take you to around 100, you know? So there's just so many little things on the map that make it so good as well, like the tram, the Panzer Claws, the freaking free max ammo. There's just so much stuff to do on this map that just just make it awesome. The return of the Wonder Fizz is also super cool, and the Panzer Soldat returns, which is, you know, obviously deserving. I really like the Panzer. I think he's a good boss in all the maps that he's in all the games. And not to mention, I think this map has some of the best storyline in Black Ops 3 just because of how it really takes the storyline. So in the beginning, you know, Shadows of Evil, the Giant, we don't really know what's going on, but when we get to this map, we fully expect what's going on, and it really helps us put in the frame of mind for Black Ops 3 about sacrifice and how we need to kill ourselves. And you can really feel that with the emotion at the ending, you know. Treyarch said that they watched that ending when Noah J and them first solved it, and it was like one of the best feelings for them, and I agree with that. When, you know, we first solved Eisendrache, it was like a universal moment for the community where everyone had to come together. It was almost like something you had to be there for. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was like, felt like the community was all aligned when this map came out. You know, everyone loved it. We all knew this was instantly a fan favorite, and it was crazy. You know, we had the first legitimate boss fight in Zombies, and it is still one of the best in my opinion. You know, it may be traditional, but it's definitely one of the best in this game. And it's pretty hard if you go into it thinking that you're just gonna beat it like no problem. It's pretty challenging. You know, you still have to stay on your feet. And other than that, man, if I had to think of any flaws with Eisendrache, I'd maybe say that, you know, feeding the dragons is a little bit annoying on the early rounds, but not even, because you still need to get, you know, put in a work for that Wrath of the Ancients. Eisendrache is just almost perfect to me. It's just such a crazy good map. I like that they tie back to Moon when you shoot the rockets at the moon. It's almost like, you know, saying goodbye to Jimmy Zielinski's era of zombies where you blow up the earth. It's just a cool theme for this map, and I think it's really sick how it's based off of the real life castle. And yeah, guys, so comes in at number 1, easily the best map on Black Ops 3, hands down, and one of the best in all of Call of Duty Zombies.